Hey guys, what's up? I'm Delia, and today we're gonna get into the cloud skin look.
Stay sick cause I follow my gut. They say I was pushing my luck. No, I'ma push me on all black truck.
Okay, so if you didn't know, cloud skin makeup is basically soft matte rebranded. If you're anything like me and you're a dry skin girl, then you probably shy away from anything matte, anything powdery, anything like that. But in this video, I'm going to show you not only how to get the cloud skin look, but also some tips to keep the skin moisturized underneath. I'm gonna walk you through everything that I use so far for skin prep. I like to use the Ordinary's Hyaluronic Acid Serum and the Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Cream. This cream is a hard cream. So what I like to do is I like to mix both of these together, take the serum and the cream, rub it together in my hands for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then apply it to my face and spread it out. You're gonna feel like you're rubbing it for a long time, honestly, but if you are a dry skin girl, then you know the rub be worth it sometimes. Next, I have the Weleda Skin Food. This is the original ultra rich cream. I've been using this cream for about a year and some change now. When I use this concoction, the Ordinary with this on top, my makeup never fails me, okay? It's going to adhere, especially for my dry skin girls. It's going to adhere like nobody's business. I love this cream. I honestly can't say anything negative about it. Like, I love it. I've also used this concoction without using a primer on top, but I am going to give you an option for a primer if you want your makeup to last for a long time. But I've definitely got away with just doing these three, and that's it for like a quick little makeup day for 3 to 4 hours, and I'm good. But I would suggest using a primer if you're going to be wearing your makeup for anything longer than 4 hours. The only thing I've done so far outside of skin prep is I've done my eyebrows, and I also have my lashes. I have so many tutorials on my page already, so if you want to see that, definitely check those out. The lashes that I have on today, like, they are giving. I love them so much. This is my first time using these lashes and I really like them. I'm going to link them down below. I'm going to try to put them down in the description box so you guys can see that and have them just in case you want them. I think these are from Eyelure London, if I'm not mistaken. Woo, I need some water after saying all that. I feel like I'm tired. Putting a little bit of the Hydro Grip on my face. This is the Milk Hydro Grip. You're gonna see once you apply it on top of the Weleda Skin Food, your skin is gonna get a little bit tacky. I actually like that. I feel like when my skin is tacky, the makeup tends to adhere a little better. And the foundation that we're gonna be using for this matte look is a matte, similar, like kind of matte to me anyway, on my dry skin foundation. So now you are officially prepped, primed, ready to go, super tacky, ready to apply your foundation. So the foundation that we're going to be using is one that I have yet to actually truthfully try. This is the NYX Bear With Me Blur Tint Foundation. So it's somewhere between like a tint, a skin tint, but an actual foundation. Tried it on last night. I couldn't decide which one of these two actually was my skin match. So we're going to swatch this together and see what it does. I did grab the medium and then the medium neutral. I don't have a tan, so I didn't want to grab anything that was too like orange right now, you know, because my skin isn't very orange. Like if I have a tan, yeah. I just felt like the shades range for this, for my skin color, were just, it was either very orangey caramelish or it was like too deep for me. So that is the medium, and I feel like that's too ashy. Okay. So, okay, I feel like this is what needs to give. Like, yeah, like I still feel like I'm gonna need to warm this up, to be honest, but this is like just too yellow. Yeah, so we're gonna end up going with the medium neutral. This is the medium neutral, and then this is the medium. Honestly, could have went one more shade up, I think. But it's okay because we're gonna do a lot of bronzing for this routine, so it's totally okay. This is honestly like a 3-in-1. You're gonna get a routine on this cloud skin, some tips for your dry skin, and a review. Before I forget, I am actually going to really quickly spot correct and color correct my skin. I like to use the Instant Age Rewind in Caramel for this, especially where I have like leftover blemishes, that sort of thing. Blend that in with a beauty blender. To go a little bit deeper with the color correcting, I'm going to be using the Bobbi Brown This girl is not to be played with. Like, I don't think you guys understand. I'm the type of person that doesn't really like to try a lot of different makeups. Once I find something that works, I like to stick with it. I really hate changing up my makeup routine because I be forgetting, one, and then two, by the time I remember, I've been doing my makeup a completely different way at that point. I basically just went in with the Bobbi Brown Light Peach, and then I went over it with a little bit of the LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is that orangey peachy shade. Now we can go in with our foundation. So the coverage is there, and it's giving me more medium coverage than light coverage, especially if I can build this up. So let me put another layer of this on. Okay, I'm gonna go with this is like medium coverage. So far with this foundation, I'm gonna go ahead and say it is very mattifying. You guys saw how moisturized I was prior to putting this on, and I do feel like it does feel a little bit drying to the face. So thank God for my next step. So what I like to do in between layering, especially for matte looks, is use a lot of setting spray. If you have dry skin and you don't do well with matte looks, this is key. So this is my second tip. Let that dry down. I hope I'm not looking ghostly on camera. I feel like on camera it's looking a lot less like my skin tone than it is, but you know what, we're just gonna keep going. I don't know if you guys see the difference. It looks a lot more melted into my skin. It looks a lot less cakey, or just like I just wiped on a mask after using this spray. So I let it dry down just a bit, just absorb into the skin. Next, we're going to cream contour. You don't have to go as heavy as you would if you were going for a dewy look, but because I have dry skin, I have to do a cream contour, babe. I can't have all that powder on my face. Like, I need something, you know? So I'm gonna go in with this blush first. I'm actually gonna go with this blush that I got from Colourpop. This is their blush sticks in Mini Me. I'm not gonna lie, I wish they were a little bit more pigmented, but for the cost, I will not argue. Before I blend this out, I'm actually going to be adding the NARS Cream Contour in the shade Laguna 03. I'm actually gonna take a little bit of the cream and add it to the back of my hand to warm this up, because this is a cream that I feel does not easily spread on my face, but I do like to apply it to my face with my fingers. So, and I feel like this Laguna 03 is really good for my girls that don't like looking too orange when they cream contour. I don't know about y'all, but I just prefer not to look orange. Like, I feel like when I get a tan, I look orange enough. I don't want my contour to be as warm or like I just got out of a self-tanner bed. And again, I just like to warm it up on my hand so that this is a little bit more spreadable. I want to add a little bit more of this Mini Me blush to the cheeks. Don't be afraid to blend this in closer to underneath your eyes. It's all gonna work out. Just trust the process. Yes, this blend is looking like flawless. Do you see that? Like, ma'am. No ma'am, bam. We're going in with this again. Yep, again. We're gonna let that dry down because we're about to put on our concealer, and we don't want it to be too wet before we apply the concealer. Now that that's nice and dry, we're going to go in with my favorite concealer. Another tip for my dry skin girls, you want to be using a hydrating concealer, especially if you plan on adding powder underneath your eyes. Once you blend out your concealer, you want everything to look like this. Nice and melted into the skin. You can't even tell that we're about to go really matte. You see what I'm saying here? You feel me? So next we're gonna go in with our powders. You can choose to go in with another layer of this spray, but I think I'm kind of good. We're gonna be using the L'Oreal True Match powder. This is a foundation powder. Like I said before, I don't really like using bronzers that are like orangey, and it's really hard for me to find a bronzer that I like. And my best bet is really just getting a powder foundation, and the one that I'm using is from L'Oreal. I'm taking my Fenty Cheek Hugger brush. It's purposely for bronzer, and it has like the nice cut to shape around your face. I'm just gonna use that here to blend in this bronzer. Yes, you want this brush. Yes, you want this brush. So this is without, and this is with. This is without, and this is with. This is how you get soft matte, baby. This is how. What? Are you kidding me right now? I'm sorry. Sometimes, you know, I just shock myself. Like, I amaze myself sometimes, you know? Woo! Okay. She's giving everything that she needed to give. Now, I did add a little bit too much right here, but just take your beauty blender brush. If it's still wet, you can spray it with a little bit of, you don't want it to be too damp, but you know, just damp enough. I'm gonna take another brush, another kind of like buffing brush, dip it into the powder and use that to bronze my forehead, because yes, we need to bronze that forehead. Bronze it up, baby. And then again, doing the same trick for anything that I feel like is not blended very well. I'm also going to take this same bronzer to contour my nose, just a light contour. And it's okay if you feel like your contour is too strong at this point, because we're going to dim it down with our next powder. The next powder we're going to be using is the Laura Mercier. I like to use the translucent powder, her Ultra Blur, but I don't have the translucent Ultra Blur. I only have the translucent Honey Ultra Blur. And I don't really like that for when I don't have a tan. I feel like that shade of powder looks better on me when I have a tan. When I don't have a tan, I like to use the translucent powder. Before we actually apply the powder, we're actually going to go back over our foundation or back over our concealer and just make sure everything is nice and blended. Taking a little bit of the powder, putting it in my hand before applying it to my face. I don't want to go too heavy with this, but we are going to drag it across the contour line. That is how you're going to get the cloud skin look. So you see how I am bringing the powder down into my contour line. Before, after. Before, it's giving cloud, baby. Yes, okay? Okay, so next you have a choice. You can go in with powder on your chin, which I am because I'm a little oily here. You could also go in with powder around your mouth, around your smile line. I don't know why, I just love this side of my face more than I love this side of my face. Am I tripping? Let me know. I cut my contour, I added all the powder underneath my eyes, and then I buffed away anything that didn't really make sense. This is completely skippable. You can just move on if you feel like your face is already giving. But I'm gonna go in with the Desert Rose blush from MAC. I'm just gonna go put that over and bring that up into my temple. Now she is giving cloud skin. Next, we're gonna go in with the Prep and Prime Spray. Again, I'm telling you, it's gonna save you. It's really gonna save you, because now all the powders are just going to melt into your skin, and it's going to be giving cloud skin. Like it's already kind of giving cloud skin, but now it's really about to give cloud skin. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. Now, mind you, I didn't use any illuminators. I didn't use any highlight. Nothing, nada, zip. And the face is still very much giving hydrated, soft, matte. While this is drying down, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my lip combo so we can wrap this up. I feel like I've taken so much of your time. I'm gonna go in with the NYX matte lip liner in the shade Mason. This is really sad how far I have like literally been like using this up so much. Like, it's super small now. That's the Mason. And then we're gonna go in with another staple of mine. This is the, what is this? Who is this by? I forgot. Oh, this is by Maybelline. This is the Maybelline lip gloss. This is their hyaluronic, like, lifter gloss is what they call it, lifter gloss. And it has hyaluronic acid. I always feel very moisturized after I wear this, which, you know, sometimes some lip glosses can make you feel just very like dry afterwards. And I love this because I love a moisturized lip. And this is perfect for that. So this is the shade Amber. And then lastly, we're gonna go in with this crystal gloss from the hair store, because I like a really glossy lip nowadays. And that's the lip. It's just so cute. I'm gonna go in with another layer of this and then finish it up with the Make It Last Matte Milani Spray. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed creating this soft matte cloud skin look with me. I am loving this look. Overall, as far as the NYX Blur tinting thing goes, I just don't like how it looks around my mouth. I just don't know, but I could just need to shave my stash. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give this another try to truthfully see if I like this. But as far as using it for a mattifying foundation and one that provides like almost full coverage. Okay, so update. I took it back. I took this foundation back. Yes, was it giving full coverage or medium coverage? Enough coverage basically to cover my, you know, blurring my pores, blurring my, you know, imperfections? Yes, absolutely. However, after like 2 hours of wearing this, it definitely clung to a lot of my dry patches and areas that I didn't even know were dry. And I think that's very telling, especially if you are a dry skin girl. You don't want to wear a foundation that's going to make it more obvious that you have dry skin. So would I recommend it for my dry skin girls? No, absolutely not. I feel like there are other formulas out there that could be better for us for mattifying foundations, but would I recommend it in general for anyone, say, for instance, someone who doesn't have dry skin patches and just has combination dry skin or has oily skin? Absolutely. It'll do the trick just fine. So yeah, could not let this video go without at least telling you that bit. Love you guys. But that's just my 10 cents about this. Before I forget, the mantra of the day is the only person that I am in competition with is myself. Okay, that is the mantra for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely don't forget to hit that like, comment, or subscribe button. If you have questions about anything that I did, or you feel that something could have been a little bit more clear, feel free to let me know down below. Don't forget about the mantra. Seriously, babe, the only person that you are in competition with is yourself, and that's it. Okay, period. All right, and with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.